Dear colleagues, today I'd like introduce about the small introduce how the Jesus yesterday not yesterday yesterday wasn't it but today before the start happy end very lot stories which need comments, but we must do the journey to it in the chain of the development international process of the international relationships. So the main stories of it, the main point where heat even the rather than the Ukraine story. And around this is a problem. Problem. This is a word problem needs the farthest comments. Uh, turn mostly economies, politicians, ideologies. Jesus. The first part of my topic was how the controversy, not all Soviet Union, this was before the 1991, celebrated the 80th anniversary of the Stalingrad battle. Stalingrad battle. And suddenly uh, but and the this is stories, and I think not simply concise how the third of the February. A commission named the Summit European Union and Ukraine, the 3rd of the February, tomorrow. And certainly today, at the evening, chairman of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, arrived into Kiev. And of course, she right away said a statement. According Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission will start the 10th package sanctions against the Russia, which will be announced before the 24th of the February. So the 24th of the February, the criticism that is of the Ukraine. Of the Ukraine-Russian relationship in the battlefield. It's uncomfortable, inconvenient to remember how the first speech, the claim to the fight against Ukraine before the Vasilkov, Bucha, Makarov. Vladimir Putin and then Kirienko confident about the denazification, depopulation in the Ukraine, or the elements Banderovщина and others. And then Vladimir Putin have wishes about the fine victory in the battlefield. But right now, already the Leo the Second In the quantitative 100, more than 100, more than 100 things will be struggle against T90 and another. And totally, it's very interesting to question with the next step of this the developing military situation. The supplies the jet fighters into Ukraine. And totally, despite the statement of Joe Biden about refuse of the supplies use F-60 and into the Ukraine, some countries in Europe have wishes to supply jet fighters into the Ukraine. But it's a very interesting story how the European countries have another jet fighters apparently of the F-16s. If you remember, F-16s are the mostly productive by the plants in the United States of America, Northern Sweden, in Texas plants. But European have jet fighters and others, and as a weapon. For example, British European jet fighters, Typhoon, Euro jet fighters, apparently Sweden Greenpeace, French Rafale, and another Italian and Spain and quality small quantity product for the jet fighter. So the how the NATO organization will could the organizing this is the process of the supplies jet fighters in Ukraine. Depended the new paradigm of the air industries in the Europe. And certainly we have the very interesting situation, which depends on the politician decisions. So, certainly this is a detail of the Lloyd Austin in the Rammstein's last Rammstein's meeting. And certainly the speech of Vladimir Putin in former Stalingrad is late. And before the second part of my topic, the main the Boeing decided to stop to termination the one of the well-known airplane Boeing 747 and the last of the cargo plane was pass into the to the a company Atlas, U.S. company's Atlas. During the 50 years, the Boeing productive this is a cargo, and totally the one of the reason to productive Boeing 747 and 777. The prefer was give to the airplane under the name 777. Jesus. The next part of my topic will be the problem with the Iranian problem of the story with the after the new energetical impulse of the Israel after the general election when Benjamin Netanyahu had a win. So it's very main story do the through the heat of the Syria, Iraq. Israel and Iran had a specific. I'll tell those specific relationship, and certainly all of them have play game. This is very it's a need to discuss about this problem due to have history of this situation, especially this is Iran problem. Since the history is not very far but very dramatic. Since 2015, when under the ship John Kerry was was agreed at the general plan actions, and European Union the first European Union, so the east of countries, the oil have to see the progress. So the next, but I must the history. That's enough for today. And then the 2 years ago, the 8th of the January 2021, Iran anti-air forces destroyed and fell down the airplane of the Ukraine Airlines, and recognized that it was a mistake, and payment paid the compensation of the victims of this is air catastrophe. I think it was the actions of the Pen Constructions and another zombie forces. But right now, I think that Iran wanted to show how these countries have anti-air systems. But the anti-air system, but this is not important. Important. I think this was a mistake due to the U.S. forces have intelligence information about the military situation and war potential of Iran. But I think I have a right of the first opinion. Jesus, and after but let's return to the history. When US 45 President Donald Trump rejected and withdraw of and refuse of the general plan actions. The main due to the anti-Asiatic moods in the Trump's administration. The Iran, the leaderships of Iran did the mistake, the biggest mistake in the shares of the international relationships. Iran, as you know, who generally refused to the to make anything relationship with the Americans in the general. Iran government, Iran's leaderships must be to calculate that the US have two branches of the power, Democrats and Republicans. If the GOP refused, so the next power will be returned. Can to return with the agreement of the 2015. So right now need to the differences in the US policy of Republicans of Democrats, and I have a suspect how the currently Russians mood have prefer to the Republicans against Biden-Harris and Dems administration in the United States. So and it's very interesting. But and Iran government certainly the situation, but another forces have biggest potential for the to move to send setting to the Iranian leaderships that the Iran will be anti-Americans in general mood and advanced anti-Americans and consequently anti-European Union and British consequently relationships and policy. So the and this situation the significance of the Israel and totally the very strong I forget this word Netanyahu position clear sending the very thinking position of the Israel government have another new story, new the tone with the situation with the Middle East, including certainly the Iran. Jesus. And the last topic of today, Jesus. Not only the international mm, European Union had have a new step, not new, but additional step in the torn situation with the struggle with the controversy with Russia in the Ukraine story as a Hugo international journal. So thank you. Bye.